Hello there and welcome to Legal Break. I'm Maureen Akers and with me today is Gary Bruce. As always, special guest. Thanks for joining us
Good
again,
to be
Gary.
Here. Thank you.
Well, we're here to talk about recently WTVM did a story on the backlog of criminal cases in our court system. Is this happening also on the civil side or what are we seeing?
Well, take a minute and talk about that story about the criminal side because it's important. We've been paying to house people who can't get to trial. You know, we have a right to a speedy trial. And they've been backlogged and not getting to trial for a lot of reasons, nobody's fault, but this new rapid resolution program that the Public Defender's Office and the DA's office has implemented is moving cases faster. And it really is getting people adjudicated one way or the other. If it's something that ought to be resolved and move on, then it's getting done. So it's something to really, it ought to get more attention than it's getting. It's really making a difference, I think, locally in our judicial
and can help our local, it can help our local court system, like as we were talking before we went on, possibly move them into the state system, which
if that's where they're going,
happens,
instead of keeping people just in limbo, so move the case. Those that can be moved.
Very good.
So is it happening in the civil side?
Yeah.
That's what's changed in America in the last 15, 20 years. When I went to law school, we didn't have mediation as much alternative dispute resolution programs. Now it is the mainstay of the civil practice. And it doesn't change really lawsuits, how they're handled. You still file a lawsuit, you do discovery. I take your deposition if you're on the other side, you take mine. We get medical records from people. We might interview witnesses or take doctor proof. You know, we do all that stuff still. But at some point, then instead of trial, before we go to trial, we go to mediation, where a third party sits and tries to resolve things, bring people together, see if it can get taken care of. And then many times it does. And then the ones it doesn't, you're not bound by anything there, and you go to trial. You can still go to trial, and we still do, but the mediation has really changed the game, cut down cost, moved things along, and kept the courts from being clogged.
Very good. So how long does it take to execute a civil case then?
Well, every case is different.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no right or wrong. You have to really be able to tell the story. You have to be able to know what the story is, and then you get time to do discovery. So all cases are different.
They are. So if anybody out there has any other questions, definitely we're talking about the court cases today and how those are moving along. But if you have any other questions, you can email us at legalbreak@wtvm.com, and Gary will be glad to answer your questions.
I will.
Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on the very next Legal Break.